Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Welcome to, I
Burrow
should say,
Rants rule.
Fallout Equestria, the role-playing game.
Yes, here we are. I will be your GM and host. I am Mire, and with us we have Duhad of the titular Duhad channel. We have Zombie Cam of the Aussie land. We have Belil.
Wow.
We have the Belils.
Okay.
And we have Winter.
Oh, I don't get a cool location.
Go ahead. Oh, you're from Cancerville, and we have Winter from the north, where it's very cold. And there's snow and stuff.
Summer is coming.
Summer is coming. Okay, so, I suppose I will read your introduction, so we all know where we are and what's going on.
Do you want us to introduce our characters first, or not?
We'll do that after the intro. So,
Alright.
what happened inside Stable 222 is not something that any of you could have imagined. You all took the easy life of a stable dweller for granted, and because of that, none of you were prepared for the massacre that took the lives of hundreds. However, partial blame could be placed on the designers of Stable 222 themselves. Building a stable under a mountain may have protected the original inhabitants from megaspells that damned the once peaceful land of Equestria 200 years prior, but building a stable that nearly intersects with a mineshaft may prove problematic if some crazy raiders with too many explosives on their hooves feel like making an easy score. You and your party are the last remaining survivors of Stable 222, as far as you know. None of you feel like wading through the blood of your former friends and relatives to make sure. Be it fate, luck, or divine intervention, all of you managed to slip through the stable door before it automatically closed when the invaders cut the power. Now you stand on an elevated cliff face, gazing out across the dull brown stretches of wasteland, nothing but the skeleton of a once great nation as far as the eye can see. Behind you is the only home you have ever known, soaked in the blood of the innocent, and ahead of you lies adventure, fortune, and probably some death. With nothing but the stable barding on your back, probably should adjust that when you introduce characters, but anyway. And of course, your Pitbuck, you steel yourself to the dusty, blasting winds and begin your descent off the mountain. Your journey starts here. After an hour of silence... Okay, never mind. Yeah, so, go ahead. With the character introductions. We'll start with Duhad. Go ahead.
All right. My character is Jittery Screw, an earth pony. She stands only about 3.5 feet tall and weighs over 400 pounds. Because horses, goddammit.
Because horses.
Her pale green eyes are hidden behind a welding mask, which she wears perpetually, along with her old gear that served her back in the stable as a repair pony. She is diligent almost to a fault, and it is her main defining trait. At 37 years old, she's one of the older survivors of the massacre. Well, if not the oldest, I don't actually know the ages of the other characters. Her mane and tail are both a pale red, almost pink. Her coat is purple, and her cutie mark is a sparking hammer, though it is currently hidden behind her barding. Her notable features are that she is short, relatively stocky, and, as I mentioned before, refuses to remove her welding mask while outside. She seems visibly upset.
Zombie Can.
Oh, damn, son. Okay. My character is Wister White. He is a male earth pony. He is pony height, pony weight. He has pony eyes. His virtue is kindness for the time being, but maybe changed at a later date because I wasn't really sure what we were going for with that. So
it's all right.
He is elderly, or pretty much, 60 human years. He has a grey mane and tail, which was previously brown, and then he has a silvered coat. His cutie mark is a green thumb. However, he usually keeps that wrapped up with bandaging. And he's a very kind man who used to operate, who used to grow the plants,
apple trees and stuff.
Yeah, inside the stable.
All right. Cool. Belil?
Alright. I actually quickly drew a sketch, because I'm the coolerest of the shit. But anyway, my character is Champion Millennium. He is a stable delinquent, standing at 6 unit measurement.
Sure.
Feet, whatever. Taller than average, and he is a unicorn. He's 250 pounds. His eyes are of an ember. His virtue is hope, and he bears the cutie mark of a broken heart. And as a delinquent, he rather than focusing on education in his earlier years in the stable, he instead remained a delinquent in his stable gang. The Burrow Rats. He wears their custom leather jacket constantly, and greases his mane back, in that cool way, and he hits on everyone very poorly, because one of his ancestors was rumored, the virtuous Victor Century was rumored to have hit it off with half of the initial stable population.
Anyway, real quick, just for the people at home, here are pictures of Belil's character on the left-hand side, and my character on the right-hand side. I will not be taking them down again, but there's some visual aids.
A noticeable feature of his is that he has a sexual grin. He has the sexual grin of all the waifu's fantasies.
He's got that twinkle in his eye that says, "I'm down to fuck." But
Yeah.
I mean, by that backstory and by that logic, there's a pretty decent chance that at least half of you are descendants from Victor Century.
Yes, he takes the most pride and least shame in that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Winter.
Alright, so my pony's name is Vigil Scrutiny. He is a Pegasus, standing around at 5'4", and he's 125 pounds. He is very light and he's very small. He has yellow eyes and his virtue is temperance. He is a very young adult, in his early 20s. He has a dark green coat with a pink mane, and his key mark is a open door. And that's pretty much it.
All right, very good. So the way I'm going to try and operate this is, when I say begin, you are your characters in whatever setting I set it up in. When I say pause, I just want everybody to pause and let me say whatever I need to say or work something out. And when I say resume, then we just keep going. So where you are right now, you are in a little sheltered, sort of rocky outcropping on the side of this mountain. There really isn't an obvious path around you. It seems like you're sort of isolated in this little clearing out in front of the cave entrance. About 20 feet into the cave is the shut stable door of 222. And by the way, yes, that is a reference to Kick-Ass 222, your mom. Just thought I'd clarify. And
he was the initial overseer.
Oh no!
Pharaoh Khan was the initial overseer.
Oh,
All the terminals
thickens.
filled with terrible
How did that stable even make it to now? That's what I'm wondering.
Victor Century.
Victor Century and Kick-Ass in power? I mean...
It's just the population boom, basically.
Okay, anyway. You're outside the stable. It's, looks to be about sometime early afternoon, although you're not entirely sure, because you've never been outside.
Well, I
And
have.
Some of
Well,
them.
besides winter, yes. The majority of you have never been outside. So begin.
Sorry, just quickly.
Back out here.
Duhad,
Yep.
is your character sheet says you're 37? Is that human or horse?
Human.
Human.
Human. I'm basing
Human
the
equivalent,
human years for age, horse weight and size for My Little Ponies.
Mine's a young adult.
How many people were in the vault before us? Like,
Ponies.
what was it,
hundreds.
like hundreds? Okay. Sorry.
Back out here again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yep.
God damn it. God damn it.
Friend's family fucking died
Yeah.
just now.
What's going
Yeah.
on? What the hell?
Welcome to the outside world. Haven't seen you guys around here.
The hell? What the actual hell? Jittery starts pointing back at the vault. What the hell?
My mom
Wister
died
just
in there.
stares wistfully at the way they just ran from.
Ah! Ah!
Those were raiders, dear.
Ah!
They wanted to kill us.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm sorry. I hadn't worked that one out on my own. What the hell?
A lot has happened outside.
How long's
And
happened
apparently-
inside?
Yeah, it's also true.
How are you so calm?
Champion is stress combing his hair.
I'm so calm because I've been out here before.
That's the thing I am panicking about. Okay, this is admittedly extremely stressful, just being outside. But more importantly, there are more stressful things going on than being outside.
Don't worry.
Don't tell me not to worry.
I've been out here before. I know how to survive out here. We'll be okay.
Fury starts just mutely throwing her hose out towards the stable.
Let's pause for a second. As your attention is focused on the stable door, let's do Winter. Can you do a medium difficulty perception attribute check, please?
Alright.
That would be excuse me, just one second. So yeah, general attribute check. That's whatever your perception is times 4. Roll a d100 and see if you get underneath it.
Alright. I have to get below a 32.
Oh, okay. Plus 10 also.
42.
Okay,
Then
go ahead.
I rolled a 57, so I failed.
Okay. Resume.
Hmm.
Do you not understand why being outside is not really on the top of my priorities of things that I am freaking out over right now?
Yes, I understand.
Do you understand? Did you see how many people were dead back there?
Yes.
Everyone! Everyone is how many? Everyone!
Yes, and a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people die before. On the outside.
All of our friends and family are dead! You psychopath! Stop being calm! You're freaking
don't
me out worse!
I don't think freaking out would help the situation.
It might prove you have an inch of humanity left in you, you psycho!
That's pony manity. Thank you very much.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Equinating.
That's my major job as GM, is to correct you on your horse puns. The rolling comes after.
It was like
Please, both of you. We must calm down. We need to come up with a
I
plan.
am calm. What are you talking about?
very well, but maybe we can go reason with them.
I do not
See
think
if they'll
that's a
let
good
everyone
idea.
else go.
No, they won't. I promise you this. I have seen them before. They are not nice. They do.
What everyone else? Did you not see the blood?
Yeah, that's true. Did you not see all of that?
Well, I'm assuming there are some survivors, so...
No, it's
Maybe
just
they'll let
us.
I mean, maybe if there are still people trapped in there, they'll let them go.
No, they won't. They will kill them.
Well, you've been out here before. Do you know
Yes.
any authorities that we could contact?
This is
Yes.
the... This
That's
is
a
the
reasonable.
way...
That's actually. Hold on. That's a reasonable question to ask. Let's see.
You want me to try to make a check on something?
Yeah. Let's see about that. Give me one moment. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a problem with
It's a...
something. So go ahead and do a simple intelligence check, Winter.
What modifier?
Times 7 is the modifier.
Dang, son. It's times 7 plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Alright, it exactly hits. 45.
So it landed. It landed on it?
Yeah.
Okay, then that works, right?
Yeah.
I think
It
that works.
exactly
Yeah,
passes.
you passed it. From your previous expeditions, you do have knowledge of a town in the north, I believe. Towards
Alright.
the north.
There isn't a overhead authority, but there is a town in the north that might be able, that will have some authority over the land around it.
Well, does anyone else have any ideas?
Oh, really?
I say that's probably where we should go then. May
Alright.
quickly take a fly up and then scan around and just look around.
Check and see if
there's...
there's. Okay.
I should have brought a
You
compass.
can't see. Well, you have a compass on your pitbuck.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Location on
Pitbuck
your
is going to be a
map.
very useful item.
Yeah.
You don't see anything really. Just the barren, brown landscape of the mountain.
Alright, then I'll float back down. Alright. It seems safe enough.
Sure.
All right, bunkos, let's get a move on. And he wraps his horse arms around Vigil and Green Thumbs, and
Yep.
and just and
Head
pulls
down
him.
head down the mountain. Okay. North is thankfully in the direction of down the mountain.
Yay.
So, let's say you all walk for about an hour and a half down the slope, and you see an old decrepit toll booth that you're surprised even exists anymore. The initial climbing and a bit of legwork thankfully opened up to an old pre-war road that was constructed that you managed to intercept, and you're taking that down, and that's where you notice the toll booth.
Hmm.
Hey,
Would I have seen this before or not?
Yeah, you've seen it before.
Alright, then.
Although during your missions you've never interacted with it because there were very particular protocols with what you were
Yeah.
supposed to.
Yeah, I guess.
what's that?
You cannot see inside the toll booth because it looks like somebody fastened sheet metal to the windows of it at some point in the 200 years of it just sitting there.
But I know that it's a toll booth, or should I take a check for that?
You know it's a toll. You can tell it's a toll booth. There is like a there's enough context clues for you to reasonably assume that it's a toll booth.
All right.
All right, Champ's gonna walk directly up to the sheeted window and start pounding on it. You know,
Okay.
like knocking on it.
Yeah.
Do a
Hmm?
perception check. Which simple perception check,
So
or
let's
no,
say
an easy. Let's say it's an easy, which is times 5.
times 5. All right.
You know, I'm just gonna have the character sheet up on this side. There we go. Works.
I have to get under, right?
Uh huh.
Nope.
Okay.
Mine's a 35 and I rolled an 86.
So you're done pounding on it, or you're still pounding on it?
Yeah. My character's not the brightest. Well, they're
Okay.
average, but they're not
Resume.
the brightest.
What do you think you're doing? He just glares at Champion.
Clearly there's someone who is going to be here.
This is the wasteland. There is no one.
Well, you were
Around
talking
that's
about
not
a settlement up north, and we would...
Yes,
north.
everyone
We
has
can head
been.
north.
Everyone is flocked to a city. They don't stay out here and manage toll booths. I just fly over the. I assume that there's like the bar. Is there, like,
it's broken. It's just broken and laying on the street.
All right. I just walk over it and just keep walking.
Okay.
Jittery is temporarily distracted by this machine that she has never actually encountered before. She's examining the like rusted and broken mechanical parts, and in her head thinking about how she'd actually repair this thing to get it functioning again.
Mm-hmm.
How many years ago were the mega spells dropped?
200.
200. Wister looks up back at the hill and he thinks, 200 years ago our ancestors walked up this hill in order to escape the end of the world.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
And 195 years ago, Victor Century. Half of them.
In all that time, machinery has never changed. Mostly because it's all been destroyed, but... Weird. Something almost profound about that, but... it's not important. Alright, lead the way.
How would the party like to proceed?
I would like to lead the way, since I have
Cautiously.
knowledge of the area.
I think it would be smart.
All right. So you continue with winter taking point down the road for another hour, and the heat is noticeably starting to get to you all. Duhad's character is sweating quite a bit.
Jittery. I put all the names in the thing.
Yeah. Jittery is. Excuse me. I was. I had the other sheets open.
Alright, fair enough.
Jittery's sweating quite a bit and not looking too hydrated.
I reach into my bug out bag and I pull some of the water out and hand it to Jittery. I just say, "Hey, you don't need to die of dehydration." He just holds it up.
She takes it and then kind of awkwardly whittles it underneath the mask.
Excellent. All right.
Maybe we should find some cover for the day, let the heat last out, and then we travel by night.
You know all this outside better than the rest of us, so sure, lead the way.
Okay. So, winter, you want to look for a place that's shaded.
Yeah, a shaded, hopefully securable area.
Okay. So I'm guessing you're gonna fly up and
Yeah,
keep
I'll
an eye
fly
out.
up and look around.
So you fly up and you look down the slope of the mountain, down the winding road, and you see maybe another 2 miles down. The road splits off into two, both going in about the same direction. However, the road that interests you snakes off and gets lost under the cover of trees.
Snake.
Goddamn.
You
What was his
recall
I couldn't
get
hear.
lost under the cover of trees.
Ah.
You recall seeing this alternate road last in your expeditions, but again, you never explored it.
Alright, so I will land back again and start to lead down the alternate roads to
Okay.
trying to stay as close as I can to the main road as well as getting into the cover of the trees.
Well, I mean, you can choose to take the other path to get to the shaded area. Is that what you'd like to do?
Yes, I would like to do that then. I have
Okay,
misunderstood.
so in about 10 minutes, you make it to the split in the roads, and you take the road towards the shaded area. After about another 10 minutes of walking, you start to get to the edge of the tree line. It looks like this exists in what used to be a gulch, judging by the sign that you notice. And it's a little bit lower in elevation, almost in like a sort of crack in the mountain.
Alright. Well, we have two options. We could stay up here in the trees, or we could go down in the gulch. The gulch is probably more securable, but it will not lead to quick escapes. However, if we go into the trees, we will have the cover of the trees if we need to run.
Good question. Would our characters know what a gulch is?
They probably
yeah.
read about them.
I'm assuming that you're all learned enough to know basic vocabulary of features outside of the stable.
You
I
might have
probably
a
have
general idea
slightly
of
larger.
them as they existed pre-war rather than post-war, but
Right.
And I probably have a little bit higher vocabulary in this sort of field.
When it
Probably.
comes to pre-war specific things.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And I suppose it would also be safe to assume that if we didn't know what it was, we could just ask the one who
Exactly.
does know what it is in the group, and they would explain it.
Yeah.
I vote for the trees. No reason to go scurrying down into a box. Let those monsters take us out the same way they did the stable.
I must agree with this.
Okay.
And in the trees, we can make we can make a small fire if we need to. That's
don't-
probably a good idea.
I vote against the fire. One, it's pretty warm, and two, the smoke and the light.
I'm saying if we need to ward off anyone who comes after us.
See, I personally think that the risk of them finding us because of the fire and the smoke is probably
No,
more
I wasn't
likely
saying
than
to
them,
not. I was not
be
saying
scared
to
off.
make the fire immediately. I was saying in case of emergency, we set the forest on fire and then we run.
That seems like a really bad idea. I vote for that being a bad idea.
Millennium, you're a unicorn.
Please
Unless my
call me
eyes
champ.
deceive me. Very well, champ. Can you summon fire? Is that a simple enough spell?
No.
Well, damn.
Eh.
All right. So the consensus seems to be we have one vote for trees. Where
I
else
voted
does the
trees as
party
well.
want to go? Okay. Yeah. Then, you go off of the main road into the forest a ways to escape the heat of the day, and it's 2 hours later. the sun is starting to set, and Winter. Let's go ahead and do a. Actually, never mind. You all hear a rustling coming from some of the underbrush, a little ways away from you.
I reach into my bug out bag and I pull my knife.
Okay.
And I smirk.
Do you pull a smirk out of your bug out bag?
No.
Yes.
He pulls a Smurf out of his bug-out bag.
I demand that this is actually what happened.
All right then. You're
Smurf.
Okay. Anyway.
And then I slowly approach it with my knife, trying to sneak over to surprise it, hoping that it's like some food source.
Okay.
Shall I roll to sneak?
That won't be necessary. You make it to the bush and pull it back to reveal a cockroach about the size of a small dog.
Do we see this, or is it just
Winter?
All right.
It has numerous smaller baby cockroaches in a nest. It looks like, and it looks like I mean, you know the name of it. It's a rad roach. I'm sure you all know it. They're rad roaches because you know Fallout 3 in the vault and everything. So yeah, you see a rad roach and some of its little baby rad roaches, and the mama rad roach is feeding it bits of a squirrel.
I would like to try to stab the mama roach before the roach notices.
This is where the fly would come in handy.
That's what I was thinking. If this fails, I'm just gonna bolt.
Okay, so you'd like to do one attack?
I would like to try to do one sneak attack, yes.
Okay, yeah, sneak attack, that's good. So I'm guessing you're aiming for its head area, probably?
Yeah.
Okay, well, go ahead and roll your damage for your weapon.
Assume hits, or it's a d6 minus 1. I got 1 damage.
Okay. You attack the roach and are quite surprised, actually, at how thick its carapace is. And you manage to cut into it a little bit, but like sort of near the collar area where its exoskeleton comes up to meet its head, and you hardly damage it. But again, that cost 4 action points. You can, you still have action points.
I have 13, so I still have enough to go for another stab.
All right.
Just roll damage.
Since you got the drop on it, you have initiative, so you can spend as many action points at once if you want. So, let's say you just wanted to kill it real quick. You could say, "All right, I attack it 3 times," and then you roll 3 times.
Yeah, I'll attack it 3 times.
Okay, so the first one's done. So 2 more times.
0 and a 1.
Okay, so you're in the bush, hacking at this roach, like not even really breaking its carapace, maybe a little bit.
Our savior, everyone.
Getting through, but not really.
I still have 1 action point, and I choose to run with it. I choose to try to fly away.
To back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You back up out of the bush, and the roach pursues.
Oh no.
Towards you.
He dies the first episode.
And it's the next round, and I'll give this is a fucking insect, so I'll give you initiative. What do you like to do now?
If one of us dies to a rad roach, I will never forgive you.
I think it's actually impossible to die to a rad roach. The way it's set up. It doesn't actually do enough damage to get through your damage threshold. Like,
All right, then I would
unless you have a natural DT of 0, it can't damage you.
I would like to fly over its head and try to grasp onto it and try to fly it up to see if I can kill it by crushing it.
By just dropping it from a very
Yeah,
high.
by dropping it from a height.
Okay, yeah, you managed to pick it up just fine. It can't swing its mandibles towards you because it's very limited in its motion. And you fly up. What do you fly above the tops of the trees, or?
Yeah, I fly.
Of the clouds. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I fly a little higher than the tops of the trees.
Okay. You let it go. That's sufficient to break all of its legs and cause enough internal injury to execute the insect. So it is dead.
Did. Yay!
Is it though? I've like slammed a hammer on a cockroach before and it's kept going. So.
Well, you got to consider how much this thing weighs. It's the size of a small dog and is solid insect beneath
Okay, fair enough.
the. So. Yeah. So it took you about like a few minutes to actually find its corpse because it like bounced off a few tree limbs and stuff, but you do manage to find it.
What happened to all the babies?
So
Yeah, that's why I'm going to go check now.
You should eat them.
No.
Okay, you go back to the babies.
Yes.
They're. I guess I don't know exactly how. Yeah, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
Chilling in their nest, munching on the squirrel.
Can I pick up the nest?
It's not.
Don't do that.
It's
'Cause now they're
it's
gonna,
a
like,
bug
fall
nest.
out
It's not like it crafted like a bird's nest. So it's by nest I mean just sort of den, like
like a
next
hole.
to a root of a bush, just sort
Alright,
of
then.
yeah, like a little bit of a hole full of filth.
I pick up a stick and try to just smash it.
Smash the little
Yeah.
babies.
Yep.
You do. You kill all of them.
Oh,
I
you monster.
I fly
Everyone's-
back, thinking, and I say, "Don't worry, guys. Mission solved. There's no danger anymore."
What do you mean anymore?
There was Radroach.
There was a roach?
Radroach.
Oh god, those horrible, massive roaches that keep on getting in the vault?
Rad roach. I
Oh,
remember
those
those.
things are awful.
Those killed my dad.
No, they didn't.
No mercy to bugs.
I put the knife back into the bug out bag, and does it look like it's getting dark now?
Yeah, it is.
All right,
It's
so
starting to cool off.
I put back on my bag, and I say, "All right, guys, clean camp. I'll give you 5."
All right. Anybody want
Want to
interject before we move on to the next area?
I'm good.
Can you summon light, champ?
No. Don't we have a spell on our pit box to do that?
There is a light,
Yeah.
like a flashlight. So
Just use the light on your pit box.
Mine's broken. Has been for years.
it's too bad there isn't a pit buck or pony around here.
A toaster.
All right, so you continue down the road for another, say, 2 hours, and you finally make it to the base of the mountain. And there, at the base of the mountain, off the side of the road, is a parking lot. And in that parking lot, there is an unidentifiable, decrepit building. It's pretty large, maybe, but I mean, fairly large to just be, in the middle of nowhere, like near some mountain or something. It's got a few rooms, decent size, small parking lot. To the left of it is what used to be a building, although now it just looks like rubble.
Hmm.
There is a abandoned carriage in the parking lot.
All right.
And yeah, it's one of them horseless carriages that they had in the pre-war.
Hmm.
Vigil just kind of like fly around to make sure like it's all stable and stuff, and like will crash down immediately.
Yeah, you fly around on the opposite side of the building from where the party is. You notice there is a hole in the roof, and it's fairly dark inside, so you can't make out from the air, what's inside the building. But from what you can see, all of the main supporting pillars on the corners of the building looks okay. Like, there's no obvious structural damage, really.
All right.
From what you can tell in your limited knowledge.
All right. So I yelled to the party, "Hey guys, this place looks right enough. You should come in. Be careful though. But I found this hole in the roof. I'm going to explore that real quick."
Okay. Let's the rest of the party. Do you want to investigate the building as well?
Yeah, sure, all right. Seems
Yeah.
interesting.
Mosey on up to it.
Okay.
While saying, should he really be shouting? Is it really a safe thing to do out here?
It seems like a really bad idea. Yeah, really bad idea.
Yeah, no one's alive.
Well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. He's been here before.
Right. So, Winter,
Yes.
what do you do?
I go down to the hole and I use my pip bug slide to scan the room quickly.
All right. Give me a mo. What does the rest of the party do?
Front door.
There's a front door. Yeah.
While peeking through a window.
Okay. Here it is. So yeah, there's a couple windows at the front of the building, all broken. So you peek in through the window, and it's very dark. You can't really see.
Them.
I'm talking to
Yeah, them. I realize that.
The front door is shut and locked.
If
Free
only-
chance to use my lockpicking skill. Try to raise that.
I'm gonna go through the window.
This is a structural engineering problem. It's very very simple. The door is we can at the rusty points on the hinges. So therefore, I think that we can probably get through this with a simple application of I'm going to kick the door.
Okay. Do an easy unarmed skill check.
Okay, real quick, remind me, what is the basic rolling?
And easy is a plus 25 to your skill.
Yeah,
You roll a d100 and try to get underneath it.
right.
What's the multiple by?
Let's see here, 24, so even without a bonus, that is enough.
Oh. Well, then there you go. I was saying it's easy because the door is old and not maintained.
Aw.
So yeah, the door busts and falls down, not even very dramatically, just into the dark room. From what you can tell, the entire front room is connected from one end of the building to the other.
Can I hop through the window?
Yeah.
Sweet.
You want to turn on your light so you can see, or?
Yes.
All right. Inside the building. Zombie. I'm assuming you're staying outside, just sort of.
Yeah.
keeping an eye on
Be
things.
careful
Okay.
in there, everyone.
Inside, there are a few desks. There's a shelf unit thing by the front door with a bunch of really old pamphlets and magazines and sort of like local nature spots to check out, that sort of thing.
Quick, check to see if they increase your skills.
Shh.
No, I'm
Read the
afraid they don't.
books.
Unlock hidden terms.
Quick, read about the gulch. Read about the great swimming at the gulch. That's probably dried up and radioactive by now. No. There's 2 desks in the room, some tipped over chairs, and a skeleton of a pony. Not like the cartoonish skeleton where all the bones are still connected through some inexplicable force. No, just bones.
Is that what I see?
Yeah.
Coolio.
And that's what you see the skeleton, Duhad doesn't, but yeah. You all essentially see the same thing. Duhad sees the pamphlets and stuff.
Yeah, I start poring over the pamphlets, lifting up my mask to read them since I am now inside.
I'm going to walk over to the skeleton. Give it a few pokes.
The bones just sort of move around like bones would.
Physics.
Nothing to investigate there. The remains of a long dead pony. Duhad, you see again just more references to good touristy and nature spots up on the mountain. Without any nothing that particularly interests you, I should say.
Yeah. Nothing at all.
In the room you're in, additional things to note. There are 2 closed doors, and another closet that's sort of off to the side, on the left side of the room. And Winter, we should probably go to you. You poked your head in the hole in the roof, and you hear rad roaches scurrying around. And from what you can tell, it seems to be some sort of meeting room. There's one big table with miscellaneous papers spread across it, tipped over chair, and also you see
You're really cutting
You're
out for
really
me.
having terrible internet.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not good.
Okay, you're coming through a little
That
clearer
came
now.
out fine.
Mm-hmm.
Am I coming through clearer now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
I'm going to exit some of these programs on my computer just to make sure that something like that doesn't happen again.
It's probably good.
Close
Yeah.
my browser and stuff. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah.
God, that was
There's
me,
a
Drew.
locked gun cabinet thing. One of those ones with a metal grating sort of in that diamond pattern, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's just sort of a dull green. It's not very... It's kind of tall. In the corner of the room.
Oh, that very much interests me.
Okay.
Are the red roaches seeming like hostile at all?
You don't see any.
Oh, I thought you said there were.
You heard them.
them.
Oh, I hear them.
Yeah. So you can't really determine that.
I just bolt to the gun cabinet quickly.
Okay, you fly down to it.
Yep.
It
Then I
is locked.
take a 180 to make sure that there aren't any red roaches right on me or anything.
You spin around and shine your light, and as you do, you see a couple roaches underneath the table, and they back away from the sudden bright light on them and sort of scurry away.
All right then. Is
And-
there like is there like a hair tie or not a hair tie, but a bobby pin or something that I can try to use to open up this lock?
You used.
Hello?
What?
Mire?
Hello?
Of any interest, honestly.
All right, repeat that
Mire?
last bit. You cut out for all of it.
I'm sorry. Besides that, there really...
You cut out again.
God damn it.
Cutting out terribly.
you want to just cut the video?
Yeah, we'll cut here. We'll return
Go
shortly. When we and back.
All right, sorry about that. My internet's been acting up all day, but let's continue with where we left off. We left off with Winter.
Yes. I'm looking for like bobby pins and a screwdriver. Anything I can use to lockpick this.
You don't find anything in the room you're in. Nothing important.
Visual groans and flies. Is there another door? Like, what is the layout? How many doors?
There's a door that, because you came in from the outside, you can tell that that's the back door, and then there's also another door leading into the rest of the building.
Your talent
What's
is
the building,
lockpicking.
please?
Your talent
Okay.
is lockpicking, but you can't. But you didn't.
I
bring anything to
forgot
lockpick
them!
with.
You open the door, and it gets about 3 inches open and then stops. There's something jamming it from the bottom, it feels like.
I will
And
pound on
at
the
at this time, Duhad on the other side of the door notices this and sees the door trying to be opened. So, building isn't very big.
I pound on the
Oh no!
Hey, let me out!
Oh, God's sake. Champ, give me a hand with this thing, would you?
All right,
All right.
let me keep this thing
Hopefully
open.
this, yeah. All right. Let's kick this thing open. By the way, that thing you were saying before about there, not being anything out here, you never really went into the basement, did you? Back in the stable.
Nah.
Yeah. No, there's things out here. They crawl in under the cracks and the holes and all those little nooks and crannies. The idiots who built these stables didn't bother thinking about when they, built them. No. And you don't really realize because you people just don't even bother thinking about what came before because for you it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what came before because ultimately for you guys it doesn't matter because what was back there but machinery? What was back there but machinery and failed politics and war? But I look back and you know what I learned looking back in the history of Equestria? Okay, there's a pattern. There's a pattern all throughout equestrian history, and it's personified by the ever free force. Did you ever hear about the ever free force in class? Huh? Did you?
Pause. So, while this is going on, the whole time you're having this conversation, Winter is still trying to get this fucking door open.
Hey
and
guys,
Zombie.
can you focus about that later? Just get me out of here.
Zombie, you spot movement on the road.
Okay. Also, just quickly, if we ever see any special if there are any special looking plants on the road, my character's going to keep an eye out for those. So just for future reference, in case you have something to say about that. Okay, so I spotted movement.
Mm-hmm.
I would like. Can I roll a perception check to see if I can try and get a better look at them? And
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's a moderate. So times 4.
so sorry.
Perception
How do
times-
I roll?
Your perception times 4 plus 10. Roll under it with the D100.
Plus 10. Okay, so 8 plus 10.
You succeeded. If you roll an 8 on...
No. I'm trying to... I rolled an 88.
Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
then I'm assuming you failed, right?
Probably.
Well, you got
Yeah.
at least a
Well,
9.
What's your perception?
I wouldn't
8.
pass. Oh, we have the same
8.
perception.
8 times 4 is 32 plus 10. So yeah, you failed. But
Yeah. Okay.
no, all you notice is movement out of the corner of your eye. That's all you can really tell.
Okay. I'm I'm going to like take a step back and knock on the door to let the others know something's going on out here.
The door is.
We'll knock on the
anymore.
wall to. But I
Okay.
assume they probably won't hear that over the argument.
Well, I'm
More
never
like,
into
more
the speech
like-
which I was
more
about
like
to
a
get to.
tangent.
You can all resume
That's
now.
All right, so as we continue to kick in the door.
You
so
were
the-
talking.
yeah, very end of
You
the
were
speech.
talking about learning.
No, the
and-
door is opening. You
Okay,
never
yeah.
asked which way the door.
Myers-
Winter's trying. Huh?
You were breaking up for a second. Repeat that last bit.
The door is opening out.
Okay. Yeah, so while we're pushing the door in to try and open it up,
Right.
God damn it! I say it's the other way.
I just continue on the thing about the about life in Equestria. Is there's one thing we've learned from the history of Equestria, the history of the Everfree Forest in particular, and that is that life will not be contained. Life breaks free. It expands to new territories. It crashes through barriers painfully, maybe even dangerously. I step back for a second. The door smashes open, letting Winter come through. But well, there it is.
Okay, Granny.
Winter, you glance down and see what was keeping the door stuck was a pony's bone that was like lodged underneath the door into the floor, and through your force you crushed it open.
All right, then.
So Vigil, Champion, and Jittery are all standing on the remains of what used to be a pony.
Oh God.
I'm
Ugh.
so. What's around
Sort of
here?
partially hidden under a desk. But
Anything of note down here?
would you like to search the desk?
Yes.
Find hoof polish remover, some paper clips, officey stuff. Nothing of note really.
Do those are those papers tied together with a bobby pin?
No.
Ah.
It'd be with a paper clip, which would
Yeah, I
not work.
know. I was hoping.
Roll a Winter. Can you roll a ×3 perception check?
×3%.
So a difficult one. So 3 times perception plus 10.
Let me just get that number real quick. 34 is what I have to go under. I rolled a 31.
Okay. You scan the area of the desk and looking for a bobby pin. You figured the hoof polish remover was probably a good sign that whoever used this desk pre-war probably cared about their appearance and was probably female. And as you're searching the floor, scouring it, you happen to just catch what looks like the end of a bobby pin beneath some of the powdered bone of the previous employee.
I pick it up. I want this bobby pin.
Oh God damn it.
They were probably wearing it when they died.
I don't care. Give me it.
All right.
Click.
And
Hey.
I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say, yeah, actually, completely disregard what I just said and continue.
All right. Hey, you. You were on the engineering team, right?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Do you have a screwdriver?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Give me it.
No.
I need it to lockpick.
Oh, no. It's a delicate tool. That's the last one I have. You can't have it.
It's a weapons crate. I need to open it. I need to know.
Do you need to roll a speech check?
I will roll a
On
speech
Duhad?
check.
Okay,
Yes.
well, Duhad, this is the best part about this, right?
Right?
You get to determine how difficult it's going to be to convince you to give up that screwdriver.
Jittery Screw is very protective of her tools. If there's even a chance that she thinks that you're going to damage or break them, she will not be very malleable. Because you're not leaving her sight, and because it's, you know, not an exceptionally dangerous task, she's a little bit more reticent, so let's say...
So, these are the options you can choose from. Simple, easy, moderate, and difficult.
Let's go to moderate.
Okay.
I'm sure.
So, you get a +10 on your roll, Winter.
Okay. Anti-charisma.
No, not on your roll. I mean, you have a +10, you know, on your, what you have to roll under.
And would this just be charisma or speech?
Speech.
I don't
Whatever
have
your speech skill is.
I don't have the number because I didn't do that for all of them like an idiot.
Well, let's just say
what's
the base
base?
is... The base
I
has
have-
got to be anywhere between 10 and 20, so let's just say it's like 17.
Alright, even though I have 6 charisma. I rolled a 20.
So you pass it.
Yeah, alright, hold on. Just, yeah, well, okay, fine. Fine.
Well, you had to say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, you have to, like, actually roleplay.
Please!
Well, I say you pass it, so go ahead. Roleplay.
Please, come on, It's one simple lockpicking. It's one simple lockpicking. I've lockpicked so many things before.
So you'll return it immediately.
I will immediately give it back to you. I just need it for this one use.
Oh, fine. Fine. You don't leave my sight.
Alright, he happily takes the screwdriver and just almost bolts into the other room to try to take a crack at the
I follow.
Okay. So do a lockpicking roll with a. I'll give it a +15.
Alright, 44 is what I gotta go under. 60.
The bobby pin breaks.
No! I yell and then hand it immediately back.
I start wiping it off.
I have an idea. I grab a hold of the cabinet and I see if I can try to fly up with it.
Oh, that's heavy.
I start backing up
It's gonna be
rapidly.
heavy.
So go ahead and do.
I choose to spend some magic to get this up.
I think that would be more of a strength thing.
Okay then.
Well, this
Actually, no. I have a different idea. I set it down and I fly out the window.
Oh,
I fly
no.
out the roof. I'm gonna go.
You're
I'm
gonna do
gonna
a
go
Lucas?
get some distance, and I'm gonna try to kick it open.
Let me break my ankle.
Probably.
Okay.
I'm gonna break my ankle with
so
velocity.
you fly out of the window, you get a bit of distance, and that's what you're going to attempt to do.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a. So you're gonna spend some of your magic, right, to get
Yes,
a
I'll
good,
spend
nice
some of my
speed.
Yeah.
What's your magic, or what's your mana pool?
17.
17. So, let's say just to give a good, nice dash, which is what you're going for, right?
Yes.
Let's say 5 points. And I'll use that. So now do a difficult. I'm trying to figure which attribute this would work best with. Let's do a difficult strength check, and then a moderate endurance check.
Oh god, fuck me. Okay, so strength. A difficult strength would be ×3. And-
Moderate is ×4.
Oh, ×4. 3 × 4. 12.
No. I'm not saying these are separate rolls you're doing. Separate checks.
Alright, so what check am I doing first?
Strength. Do the strength one first.
So my strength is 3.
Uh-huh.
And it's a moderate, so ×4.
No, it's
That
a difficult.
Oh,
Times
it's
3.
difficult. That's what I was asking. 3 times.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
9.
Sorry. Right.
So I need to go under a 9.
Yes.
Fuck me. 82. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'd say that's reasonable for kicking a metal cabinet
Yeah,
open.
I know.
It's gonna be like
I'm
a 1
just-
in 10 chance that's gonna work at all.
Yeah,
and
I
then go ahead and
know.
do
I care.
the endurance.
And then it's endurance, which is 4 times 4. 4 is 16. Let's see if I
Hello?
break my ankle. Hello? 91! Fuck!
Okay,
Hello.
so I'm gonna say you take you dash towards the cabinet and try to kick it open, and you crack your hoof on it, and you take 3 points of damage.
Alright.
Exactly what I thought.
Well, you could have said something.
You could have. I mean, there's no rebuttal to that. But yeah.
Good point.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead, resume.
Ow.
Need help, little man?
Just open it. And I'm not that little. He's really small.
How do you
Oh wait,
suppose
I have a
we
damage
both-
threshold of 3. Would that have helped at all?
I'm going to say that's only for combat.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Hmm. So how are we gonna get it open?
You tell me.
Hmm.
I just an idea here, you know, from the person who isn't crazy.
Well, we're all crazy.
There's a giant metal locker that's been sitting here for maybe 200 years, maybe. And you think it's been locked all this time with crazy raiders and all that running around out here. And if that is the case, if that's right, a bunch of combustible materials have been sitting for 200 years in that metal closet that you're kicking. Do you think that's a really good idea? Just positing this.
You're a bit paranoid, little lady.
It's been safe and secure in that.
Is there any large object like the chairs or something?
There are chairs in there. Yeah.
Can I throw it at him? Can I throw one at?
I'm gonna leave the room.
You're gonna throw a chair at it? Okay.
This no matter what.
Do a nigh impossible strength check. So you have to roll under your unadjusted strength.
Oh, so 45.
Okay.
No, what's your unadjusted strength?
Oh, my
Not your throwing
strength.
weapon skill, your strength.
My strength is 10.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I had 95.
Okay. What's your what's your fumble chance? 96? Is that what it is?
Let me see. My fumble chance. Where did the fumble chance? 96.
Okay, yeah, okay. You didn't fumble. You were close though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might have just missed the whole thing entirely if you fumbled. Maybe hit
Just
somebody
me in the
else.
back of the head.
That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Well, this is exactly like what would actually happen if a bunch of closed-off stable dwellers went out into the real world of FOE. They'd just be like cutting their teeth on trying to get the fucking locker open, throwing shit at it.
I will choose to throw a chair at it as well.
Hurting themselves on it.
Strength. Worst strength.
Okay, Duhad. So we'll go with you.
Alright.
So you exit the room.
Yeah.
And you notice zombie attempts to get your attention.
Yeah, I notice.
I apologize. I used.
Mr. White. No, it's alright. I'm just trying to encourage people to start using the names, going forward.
Understandably.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Mr. White. There's. I think we shouldn't be too close to that locker upstairs. It's probably not good. Not good. Yeah. Zombie is currently AFK.
Oh. Well,
Mr.
zombie is currently AFK, having a bit of a snooze.
Passed out. Yep.
Zombie was like, I really need to tell them about that movement I saw. Oh, but I'm
And
so
then
sleepy.
insomnia.
I've been walking all day.
Son's really
And it sounds
late.
like they're being really stupid in the other room, so. Okay. So, yeah.
Wait, I have an
the
idea.
party- What's the party gonna
You
do?
guys
Yeah,
wanted-
I'm going to. Is there a way? Can I go outside and try to get that shit fairly sized stick? Like
Stick?
preferably metal. It preferably something I
Like-
can use as a crowbar.
okay. You search around. Where are you gonna search for this thing?
Just
Outside.
around the. Just
The
around
building?
yeah, around the building and around outside if I could,
Around
but
the
probably
inside,
around the
Okay.
building first.
on the inside.
Hoping to find metal. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go outside and hang out because there's nothing else for me to do.
So out back, where to look? There's a fire pit out back with a couple benches, and there's also a trash can
I
by the
will
back.
search the trash can.
Just rubbish.
Kind of rubbish. No.
Rubbish. You continue to search the area around the outside.
Yeah, so-
Go out into the parking lot,
Yeah,
and you
outside.
spot the old one of them horseless carriages.
Oh my.
Blow
The
it up.
self-driving Google carriages. By the way, Zombie's back.
Hey, Zamboni Cam.
Welcome back, zombie. You wake up from your nap.
What's it?
He's an old man. So.
Yeah.
Oh god, now I'm just imagining it was like Abe Simpson.
Adorable.
My story
So-
begins back in the year 1982. We had to use the word Dickie because the zebras had stolen our word 20.
So, Vigil, you get the idea that if you're going to find a length of metal to pry that open, you probably be a good idea to search what is the equivalent of a car. So,
All right. Yeah, I'll
Searching-
just. Oh,
yeah, huh? Go ahead. No, you.
I
go
was going. I want to search the car first. What's inside the car first?
ahead. Okay, perfect. You find a tire iron
Oh,
in the back. It's very rusted. On one end is the bolt thingy, you know, the
do I think this would
pinch bit.
adequately work as a crowbar?
Yeah.
Just based off the set. Then I just fly back through the hole in the roof and I try to take a crack at it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, as the only member of the party right now who hasn't recently done something to make me doubt their intelligence, sorry, Jerry's going to try to be a bit more. Is going to try. Like, they'll be friendly and open with her good friend, Mr. White. So,
Okay.
come on. You need to be gone by 11:30, 11 o'clock EST. At least you guys keep going. All right. So zombies only got half an hour left. Zombie, you still there for now, though?
We can wrap it up at the end in a half hour when you need to leave.
So
Okay.
Jittery kind of walks up and he's like, "Hey there, matey potato. What's going on over here?"
So what's happened? What's happened with those people that were coming, or things that were coming towards us?
You saw movement,
since I
and that's it.
Okay, so nothing else changes in. I saw something moving down that way, but I'm not entirely sure what it is. I can't quite make it out.
Huh? Oh, I take a look down yonder direction as well.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's pretty hot, and you know it's been a long day. You know, we're all tired and maybe a little out of sorts.
Perhaps you're right. What was that ruckus indoors a moment ago?
Oh, yeah. No, they're trying to break open a metal cabinet that they think is full of 200-year-old guns.
It'd be funny if it was. We got it open.
200-year-old guns with 200-year-old powder that's probably incredibly unstable and going to explode and kill them all. Killing half of the people we still have alive from the stable. Half the population. Isn't that funny? There's 4 of us left.
I assume you've put your mask back on as well.
Yes, because I'm not outside. We're close enough.
I think this would be an actual Fallout character.
Pretty much.
Don't worry, I'm sure they're big boys. They can handle themselves.
Yeah, sure. No, you're right. But look, I don't want to doubt our guide. He's very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable. But I think is it all possible that maybe his plan of leading us into abandoned buildings to try to steal things might not be as good a plan as maybe finding someone who can help us.
Comes later.
Well, we need to survive the trip up to this settlement that he's told us about.
Right, no, I get that. I do, I really do. But not to disparage, but we have a foal, no offense, an older, stately gentle pony, one extremely talented, I'm sure, ranger, and a maintenance worker, very few of whom I really feel are going to benefit from being strapped down with guns.
I would not be good with guns. I just want to know what's in there.
This seems like maybe there's more productive means of survival than trying to break into a gun cabinet and following around a crazy pony who flies around with rad roaches.
I like this.
Would you rather leave him behind?
Okay, you're putting words in my mouth there. Okay, I never said anything like that. We have to stay together, obviously. But the point is, maybe we should encourage them to a more reasonable course of action.
You want me to talk them out of breaking open this locker?
Yes, I guess. See, we're on the same wavelength now. We're on the same wavelength, and that's great. Love it. Me and you, wavelength.
Very well. Let us go then.
Okay, back to Visual
Yes.
with the tire
This
iron.
doesn't work. I'm just giving up. He tells himself as he tries to pry this open.
Okay. Do a difficult strength check
A difficult
×3.
Oh, great. 9. Let's do this. 38.
You fail.
I groan.
Wind yourself a little bit.
I groan. I pull it out. I throw it out, and then I just say, "It's not worth it." And then he just stomps down the stairs.
I don't think there are stairs.
Oh, well, sorry. He
Out of
stomps
the
down the
room.
hall.
Yeah.
Out of the room into the hall.
Okay. You know, Champion Millennium. Is Champion Millennium there?
No, I think he took a nap as well.
Snake! Oh, there's a lot of people taking naps in this RP. A lot of naps going on. I mean, it is nighttime, so, you know,
Yeah.
been walking all day. So yeah, the rest of the party. Go ahead.
Do we arrive to where this box is?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I... Winter, you've stopped trying to break it open.
Grunting as I walk.
Oh, dear.
Sorry,
Sorry,
whatever.
Winter,
Doesn't
you
matter anyway.
Stop trying to break it open?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I dropped out for a second.
It's fine. It's not
Well,
worth
looks
it.
like
it's
the
not-
box has done my job for me.
What do you mean by your job?
don't worry, everyone. I want to check the box to see if there's any wires connected to it of any sort.
No.
You know, no? Yeah, I was going to try and hack it open.
Somebody with a strength that isn't 3 could try it.
No?
Champion. Champion. Would have been good to hear the words I just said. Somebody with a strength that isn't 3 could try it.
Try what?
Prying open the box.
Oh,
when you can't manage it.
Oh, that's good.
You need a real proper buster.
All right. You want to go ahead and roll a difficult strength roll, so that's a ×3 of whatever your strength attribute is.
That'd also be a melee because it's a fucking tyrant.
No, this is an attribute check,
Oh,
just
okay.
for how strong you are. You're not attacking the cabinet. You're just trying to perform an action.
Just a straight one.
3 times your strength. Roll under it.
I got 57.
What's 3 times your strength?
30.
Just curious. 30. Okay. So yeah.
Because I have 10 strings.
Looks like that cabinet's not getting open this session.
I'm gonna keep that tire though.
How
Okay.
big is the cabinet? Like,
Lock it.
Taller than you.
yeah, okay. Well,
So
Six rules.
does the party want to convene and decide on what to do next?
All right,
Sure.
yeah.
All right, that locker is pointless. Let's just keep going on to that town.
Okay, great. See, that's easy. You just need to, give up and everything works out.
Yep.
It's about at this time when you all take stock of your vitals, how you're feeling, and
I'm a bit hungry.
you're all a bit hungry. Champion and is it Jittery?
Jittery, yeah.
Jittery. Champion and Jittery are a bit more hungry because they are the larger in stature, a little bit more strong, sort of.
Larger in
Once-
stature. That's pretty funny, being that Jittery's a bit of a pipsqueak.
Well, Jittery is stocky.
She's a dwarf.
Oh, she is?
Well, no, not like literally, but I mean like she's short and stocky, so she's basically the equivalent of a dwarf.
Okay.
Fancy dwarf.
Well, I should say how hungry you get is probably going to be
Yeah.
pretty close relatively to your
Probably
height, your
endurance.
weight, and how strong you are.
Mm-hmm.
Just how much muscle you have to feed.
Yeah.
I
So,
would like to go look for berries or something.
Wait, I have rations of apples in my bag.
Those will last almost forever. Whereas
Pretty
if
much,
we
yeah.
find berries, they're not going to last forever, and we can save the apples.
Why don't we eat those rand roaches?
I would not suggest
I-
that.
I stare at you with disgust.
Okay.
All right. If you want, please go ahead and look for berries. He gives us I don't know what, but he puts 2 fingers to his. Well, he doesn't have
Two
fingers.
hooves.
Fucking hooves. He has-
How do
he
you do
puts
hands?
one-
How do you do hand gestures without fingers?
I don't know
No.
what I'm thinking.
No, he blows into his hoof and then he develops those weird, grotesque finger things, and then he
God, yeah.
puts 2 fingers to his.
No.
No, he just almost salutes, pretty much. He almost salutes. There we go.
Does the party want to look for berries, or who wants to look for berries?
I want to look for berries.
Okay.
I'll help. This
I'll help. I might as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and
Each-
get a fire going.
Oh.
Each of you roll a difficult perception check. And I should clarify, because I'm not clarifying this enough. I took mental stock of this and thought back to the previous rolls to make sure that it wouldn't actually change the determination of the rolls, and it doesn't. But it is important to remember that for a general attribute check, there is a +10 to every roll, no matter the difficulty. It's just to make it a little bit more.
Wait,
Mhm.
plus 10 in terms of like make it more difficult, or plus 10 make it less difficult?
Easier.
Yes.
Okay.
Except for the impossible, which...
I barely failed. I barely failed.
Okay,
I screwed up by like 30.
okay.
I remembered that you have a minimum, that you have like a fumble chance as well, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, no, not that low.
Alright, so what was it? Perception times what now?
Perception times 3 plus 10, roll under it.
Yeah, okay, failed.
With a 1. Okay. Champion? How'd you do?
Super fail. Well, not super
Okay.
fail, but just fail.
Okay. Very good then. None of you find any berries.
Yay, we're gonna starve to death.
I still have my apples.
We're gonna starve to death.
I
Here's
Winter.
our can opener.
Winter, go ahead and roll another difficult perception
Another
check.
one.
I got 17. I passed.
Roll another one.
Okay, and then I'd like you to roll a easy survival skill check. So that's your survival plus 25.
My survival plus 5. My survival is 33 plus 25. Yeah, roll under 58. This at least gives me a 57. I just passed.
Awesome. Okay. While you're looking for berries unsuccessfully, you happen to spot the tops of a certain root vegetable that you have a pretty easy time identifying.
I know
Carrots.
that's good for Oh, nice.
You find
I
3
will-
carrots.
I will take those carrots and I will put them into my bug
Dig
out
them up?
bag.
Okay.
Yeah, dig them up, put them in my bug out bag. Don't worry, guys. I found three carrots. That'll feed 3 of us, hopefully.
Oh,
Okay.
So, who wants the apple?
it hasn't been purified or recycled, or even gone through a basic
The
screening.
apple would have been
Actually,
purified.
my apples have. Not my.
These are
Gimme.
the apples are apple rations, so
Oh,
they are
okay.
like
Gimme.
foily packaged,
Machine
preserved.
rat!
All right, I just toss it to.
You distribute the
Degenerate.
food throughout the party, and you manage to feed all of you to the point where your hunger is no longer a concern. Let's just say that.
All right. Should I just take
Is
one?
one of the hit boys
Except
wrap
if
off any
Jittery,
reds?
Jittery, do you want to refuse the food? I mean,
No, it's covered in tinfoil. It's been factory preserved. It's perfect. Perfect.
the apples. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. How many more rations do you have?
I have 9 more rations of apples.
Damn.
Good. So, party
Mm,
gonna continue towards the town.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
sure.
All right.
Why not? I'm the only one.
You
who
mosey on down the road
I
for
lead my
another.
way.
Okay. Mosey on down the road for another 45 minutes. Vigil,
Mm-hmm.
roll me another difficult perception check.
Another one.
Difficult.
3
Oh.
times plus 10, roll under.
Another one.
Eight times 3 plus
Another one.
10. 34. Gotta roll under it. I rolled a 10.
Very good. Okay. You spot a glint of metal moving. Just out of your line of sight. It moves from further down the road to just out of your line of sight behind a rock, and you don't see it anymore. It felt like it was hovering.
Was it going would I think that this would be like a bullet?
No. It was moving quick enough for you to spot it for maybe half a second before you couldn't anymore.
Get down, guys. There's something up there.
What's going on? Get down.
There was some metal that was flying. It wasn't a bullet, but it was something. May I take a sneak check to go up to the rock where it got hit?
I'm going to say, regardless of the result of the sneak check, I know what's going to happen. So you move up to the rock, and you don't see anything anymore.
It's gone.
What? What do you mean it's gone?
It's gone.
That's impossible.
May I take a? I'm going to like circle the rock to make sure like it didn't fly anywhere else. Then I'll check the rock itself to make sure that it didn't get lodged into the rock.
You don't see anything.
It is gone.
You keep in mind you are still on the foothills of a mountain, so you know there's a generally enough cover in that area for it to be possible that you missed it. Keep in mind this is yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
I will thoroughly search the area while trying to remain in cover from any direction.
How long would you like to do this?
10 minutes.
Okay. You want to, is the rest of the party all right with him doing this?
I suppose. In the meantime, I'll tune my radio.
Look for a signal?
We need some tunes up in here.
You manage to catch what feels like a voice. However, it's so garbled.
Feels like
This is 3 Dog.
Whatever, it sounds like a voice. However, it's so garbled that you can't make out what it's saying. And that's the only, that's the only indication that you've even managed to find any signal at all.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Vigil.
Yes.
You don't find anything.
Damn!
I say Daniel when I was gonna cringe.
Damn, Daniel.
Damn, Daniel.
Do they make white vans for horses?
I don't know.
Yeah. Probably white shoe horses.
Anyway.
Doesn't
party
matter.
wanna
I
do?
guess let's just keep walking.
I'm just gonna hang back a little bit.
Sure, I don't care.
What's our order of...
I'm most likely in front.
Yeah, so you're at the front, then I suppose we would have Belial second,
Champ,
myself
don't you mean?
third,
Champion.
champ. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah, isn't it right, Wister?
Even I can't remember my own bloody
20
name in this one yet.
Just call yourself Mr.
20
White.
minutes.
Mr. White.
20 minutes later.
Heisenberg.
You spot, or you come to a fork in the road. I'll say the fork leads down the road that you're continuing on, which is paved, and it forks off into a dirt road.
Would I know would I know that following either direction would lead to the town? My confidence.
You know that, yeah, you're confident enough with your compass to know that following this paved road will get you, further
All
towards
right.
the town.
Well, we could take a detour, or we could just keep going.
It is important to note that by this time, given the day's events, you are all fairly tired. You've been walking all day long, and you also witnessed everybody you've ever known die. So,
Yeah.
Or we could just set camp here for the night.
I'm
For
already
the day.
camping here.
All right.
okay.
And I would like to try to set a fire.
Okay.
Very good.
How would you like to go about setting this fire?
don't have. I can't do like. I don't have light or. I would like to see if I can get some sticks to make, like, you know, the bow.
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with
what kind of
rope, I can do that.
Oh, with your rope. Yeah. Good idea. So
Sticks plus the rope. Yeah.
Yeah, you cut the rope. Cut a small length off, right?
All right. Yeah.
I'm just telling you this is the best way that you would be able to go about doing this. And then take the rope apart at the end, you know, into smaller bits, and use that to fashion something that you can attempt to use to start a fire. So do a moderate. I'll say with your knowledge of the survival. Actually, hell, make it a simple check. Make it a simple survival skill check. So it's a plus 50.
And I have.
Well, champ, can you summon fire? I asked.
Are you one who can create fire without flint or tinder?
I did easily.
Cool. So yes, you've created a fire.
I would like to get some sticks to keep this fire going.
Okay. Manage it.
I sit down, take off my bag, say, "Woo! What a day!"
Okay, so you are at camp, essentially. Here, this is where you increase your skills. For every check that you complete, when your skill is within a certain range, you can roll to increase your skill. So you passed numerous perception. Well, that's an attribute. Excuse me. What skill checks did you pass, Vigil? I'll start with you.
I just passed that survival.
Right. I think you passed a couple survivals.
Yeah.
And it should be important just for future reference. In future campaigns, I will make note of which skill checks have been completed. I just forgot about it this time, but I don't think there were even very many that even
unarmed
passed.
I didn't really use my accuracy of my knife. I just rolled damage, so not that.
So I think you passed a survival check, and yeah,
it's just survival.
And the only other check that was passed wasn't unarmed, right?
It was
or jittery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So yeah.
So
Vigil, we'll start with you. Go ahead. Survival is your main tag skill, correct?
Yes, it is main tagged.
Okay. If you'd like to have some campfire role-playing banter while I figure this out,
I have
very
a
much
campfire banter image going on right now on
lit.
screen. You'll see that later.
Yeah. Alright then.
World.
Woo. It's gonna be however long it takes to get to that town, and probably life, to be honest.
What are we going to do?
Well,
We're on our own.
First off, we need to make it to that town. Next, let's see if we can earn some caps to try to get somewhere to stay.
Caps?
Caps.
I say.
Caps but they use caps, right? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Caps is the form of currency around here.
Like
bottles?
what sort of caps? Like
hands?
You know, I'm pretty sure. I believe I've heard Mr. Champion here refer to bullets as caps. You know, I'm going to pop a cap in your ass.
This is a kid show. It's flank. Okay.
I think he's talking about bottle caps.
I am.
Okay. Vigil.
Yes.
Pause for a second. So, Vigil, roll your try to roll under your survival skill.
Roll under 33. 81.
Okay. So today you won't improve your skill.
Aw.
Today. What about you, Jittery?
Roll over the skill, was it?
Oh,
under.
actually, fuck, I messed up. I'll give you another chance. So don't roll yet, Jittery. Sorry, I fucked up. I'm having a hard time remembering the names now. Vigil.
Can I script the lighting? Oh, it's because... Oh, there he is.
Yes.
This is your main tag skill.
Yes.
That's the white.
Give it a plus 15. No, fuck. Give it a plus 5 and try and roll under it then. Thank you. Because it relates to your cutie mark, right?
Yes.
Yes. No, it doesn't.
No, it's
It relates to survival.
No, it's open door. It's meant for lockpicking.
Oh, okay.
I rolled under it.
You rolled under it this time with the plus 5,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, what was your roll? If I ask?
32, my survival is 33 plus 5 is 38. So
Okay.
even without it, I would have passed, but barely.
I'll just say, because this is all due to an error I made, I'll give you that. The plus 5, it was only because it possibly related to your cutie mark, but even without it, you still passed it. So yeah, whatever.
Alright. Yeah, I still passed.
So roll a 1d6 plus 1.
I'm just gonna roll a d6, then add 1. 4.
That is how much you increased your skill.
Yay!
So change that number, it's permanently that much better. And now back over to Jittery.
Jittery screw. Let's see here. Nope. 32, and my score's a 43 in unarmed.
Okay. Wait, your skill's a what in unarmed?
43 in unarmed.
And what did you roll?
A 32.
Then yeah, you passed it.
Oh wait, no,
You
this is
passed
supposed to
it,
be
trying
like
to roll
over for
under.
when you're
No.
like, increasing the skill.
Apparently, you're trying to roll under.
Because like that way you're rolling over so that it's harder as you level up, so it's hard to improve your skills to ridiculous levels.
You know,
I don't.
goddamn.
Maybe we should. Just
I
do
think
this
that's
later.
actually okay. I actually had a conversation with you about this, and that is the consensus that we came to. It's just what I'm reading is old material.
Okay,
So
that's
should I-
Sorry that this ending dragged out, everybody, but this is just boring, like rolling stuff anyway. There's not a lot of RPing going on, but
there's
we are-
fun me putting on a fucking puppet shadow show with the lights and the camera.
oh, well, there
Oh.
you go. So
You
yeah,
have that.
again, Duhad is entirely correct. You do have to roll over it.
I will say that my
I
first
just
roll
messed up.
was over.
Yeah, your first roll, you passed it. You're fine.
I
And
failed.
Duhad did not?
I rolled under, and it makes more sense
Yep.
if it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is what was improved. Some progress made. Climbed down the mountain. Very good. Thank you all. It was a good session.
All right, yep. Gotta remember to.
We'll see you all
turn on
next
some of
time.
these filters earlier. Okay, next time.